Now, 6 News First. Good morning.
Hello and welcome to 6 News First. Good morning. It is Monday, June 14th. I'm Lou Arns.
I'm Nat Roars. Thanks for joining us. Right now it's 6:30 and time to take a look at what's going on in the weather world. And to tell us, here's meteorologist Tim Albertson.
Nat, Lou, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Some light showers moving through the area on our Midwest wireless storm view. The heaviest batch of rain now crossing Highway 218 south of Austin down to Lisle, across the border into Mitchell County, Iowa, down to St. Ansgar and Osage, and then stretching along the Iowa-Minnesota border towards Leroy. All this activity moving off to the east at about 30 miles per hour. Looking at your day planner for today, we'll see partly cloudy skies by lunchtime, highs in the mid-70s, near 80 by drive time this afternoon with plenty of sunshine. More rain in the forecast. We'll talk about our storm chances over the next 6 days coming up in 5 minutes. Luke.
Secretary of State Colin Powell is demanding answers about what he calls a, quote, very big mistake. He is referring to the State Department's report on terrorism, which has proven an embarrassment to the administration. ABC's Jeff Morrell has the details.
And closer to home, a man is arrested in Iowa. He's believed to have made methamphetamine in a downtown Austin apartment. The 40-year-old suspect is the former boyfriend of 46-year-old Erickson, whose 4th Street duplex was used to manufacture the drug. Last month, Erickson pled guilty to reduced charges in exchange for a promise to testify against her newly arrested co-defendant. Austin police have transported the man back to Austin. He's currently in the Mower County Jail and will make his first court appearance this week. The suspect faces 4 charges, including 2 of conspiracy to manufacture methamphetamine. Each of those charges could result in a 30-year prison term. And the Iowa Attorney General's office says that cities are allowed to require shoppers to show identification and sign a log if they buy cold medicine containing an ingredient used in the manufacture of meth. The opinion says that ordinances, such as one in the eastern Iowa town of Hazleton, should not be overturned by a new state law limiting sales of certain cold and allergy medicines containing pseudoephedrine, a key ingredient in methamphetamine. Hazleton is one of half a dozen Iowa cities which have passed such ordinances. And a doctor in Des Moines, Iowa says an antidepressant drug may help meth addicts recover. Dr. Dennis Weiss of Iowa Lutheran Hospital says bupropion, which is also known as Wellbutrin or Zyban, appears to be helping addicts. Weiss says recovery rates for those treated with bupropion are 20 to 30% higher than those treated with behavioral therapy. Weiss has studied these recovery rates for 4 years. While he says the results are encouraging, he doesn't expect final results for at least another year.
Also in medical news this morning, more than 2 million Americans are living with schizophrenia. An emerging line of thought suggests genetics may not be the only factor involved in this morning's Breakthrough Medicine. 6 News First anchor Terry Foster explains why many experts believe infections play an important role in some cases of schizophrenia.
I hear stuff, which always starts off as a rustling sound, and that sound builds and builds and builds until there's voices.
1 in every 100 people has schizophrenia.
I was convinced I was a secret agent looking for bombs and cars.
It's a debilitating illness that wreaks havoc on the brain. But how do people like these men get schizophrenia?
Individuals who have a family history of schizophrenia are about 7-fold more likely to have the disease.
Now researchers have uncovered another risk factor.
Infections at different times in life seem to impose an increased risk of schizophrenia in some individuals.
Dr. Robert Yolkin says infections like herpes and even the flu have been linked to schizophrenia.
Infections represent one environmental component, and that by trying to study infections, we may be able to treat or prevent at least some cases of schizophrenia.
One study showed a 20% incidence of schizophrenia in people whose mothers had rubella during pregnancy. Still another showed risk tripled when moms were exposed to influenza during pregnancy. About 1/3 of schizophrenics have an infection called cytomegalovirus. In a recent study, Dr. Yolkin tested a drug that inhibits the virus.
What we noticed is that a number of the symptoms improved in some of these individuals.
Dr. Yolkin says research like this might prevent some cases, but it could also help those who already have schizophrenia.
By preventing the infection or suppressing the infection, we may make the other drugs work more effectively and therefore improve the balance in the brain.
A key step forward in fighting a major mental illness. Terry Foster, 6 News First.
And another new study just released shows high levels of cytokine, known as interleukin-8, in pregnant women were significantly more likely to have children who later developed schizophrenia.
6:36, and this morning we've got the band of showers moving through the area to the east at about 30 miles per hour. So we're seeing some light rain south of Austin down toward Lisle, and some light rains from Mason City over towards Charles City. Stronger storms to the south if you're headed on I-35. Heads up for that. Temperatures right now 63 in Charles City and Preston, 62 in Rochester, and 61 in Austin and in Albert Lea. On our way today to the upper 70s near 80, 78 in Byron and 79 Rochester, Austin, 80s from Albert Lea down through Mason City with decreasing clouds this afternoon. High pressure moving in. That'll give us clear skies tonight. Temperatures tomorrow morning in the upper 50s, near 80 degrees once again for your Tuesday. And we're watching this frontal boundary move through tomorrow night. Could touch off a few more showers and thunderstorms. Kind of fast moving, so the rainfall amounts shouldn't be very impressive. That's the good news. Looks like we've got a pretty good chance to dry out over the next 6 days with a slight chance of rain as we go into the next weekend with highs over the next 6 days in the middle to upper 70s, guys.
Tim, thank you. Now let's take a look at what the good doctor has to say this morning.
Here's Dr. Phil's tip for today.
Our tip for today has to do with how you are relating to your children in this busy, busy world. We are now a 70% double income society as opposed to 30% just a generation or two ago. That means you're gone. You're not available. You are certainly not the only influence in your children's lives. We are in the biggest information explosion in the history of mankind, and your children are absorbing it all. You need to ask yourself what kind of model, what kind of information, what kind of choices they're facing as they go through this life today. If you see something that's not right, don't confuse yourself with being your child's best friend. You are a parent and you need to keep that boundary very, very clear and make the hard choices, make the hard decisions, and require them to be the kind of people you want them to be.
Good Monday morning, 6:41 right now. Let's take a look at your local grain elevator prices posted on Thursday since the markets were closed on Friday. We begin in Leroy at the cooperative, where corn down 11 cents, $2.59. Beans fall 11 as well, $8.51. Greenway Co-op in Byron, corn down 11, $2.51. Beans fall 26 cents, $8.29. Northern Country Co-op in Lansing, corn down 11 cents, $2.58. Beans fall 14, $8.31. St. Ansgar Elevator, corn down a dime, $2.59. Beans fall 16 cents, $8.39. At the Speltz Elevator, corn down a dime, $2.60. Beans fall 13 cents, $8.39. North Iowa Cooperative, corn down 12, $2.57. Beans down a dime, $8.43. Heading out to Chicago in the Board of Trade, July corn down 12, $2.85 3/4. July beans fall 5 to the $8.47 mark. September corn down 10, $2.89 3/4, and August beans down 16 to $7.84 1/2. On the Merc, live cattle fall $2.73 for June to $86.75. Your feeder cattle for August down 88 cents, $107.50. Lean hogs for June up 25 cents to $78.40. And taking a look at your dairy futures for June, up 2 pennies to the $17.57 mark. That is a look at your morning Ag Watch. Now here's a look at some of the stories we'll be covering throughout the day.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Josh Benson. Coming up tonight on 6 News First at 6, sentencing for a Stewartville man who pleads guilty to throwing pipe bombs at the homes of area authorities. Plus, Albert Lea officials stay busy after approving 2 more companies to Job Z zones. For this and the rest of the day's news, weather, and sports, join us tonight on 6 News First.
Slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm and a pretty dry week overall. Slight chance of rain as we go into the weekend with highs in the 70s. Not too bad. So Mother Nature giving us a break.
Yes.
Good.
And Friday night, we had some pretty interesting storms. I was out chasing some of the storms in Freeborn County. We'll show you the video here in a second. Photographer Sam Gullickson and I were out just to the west of Geneva on Highway 35 rather, checking out a storm. We came up over a hill and the storm found us. Take a look at this.
Again, we're watching possible funnel clouds that are developing to the north of Albert Lea over towards the Heartland area. Spotters have reported the funnel cloud, and our very own meteorologist Tim Albertson in the area. Tim, are you able to hear me again?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, yes. The wind is rocking the vehicle back and forth. Heavy rains. I don't know if you can hear the rain on the winch of the glass of the bus. briefly saw a funnel cloud. The rain is horizontal, the wind easily 60 miles, 50 or 50 miles an hour. That is just a guess. I do not have any wind instruments here. Back there, look it! Pretty cloud on the ground! Okay, we're trying to see.
And that was what it sounded like. That was what was really happening. If you heard us on the air, I matched the audio with what happened out in the field. That's what it was like. In fact, I wear glasses, and I haven't been wearing them today because the wind, if you hold them up to my face, that's where the arms of the glasses, they were on my face, and the wind bent my glasses. So now if I wear them, I have to kind of look like this to see. So we'll see what I can do with my glasses.
Pretty amazing stuff out there.
Amazing stuff. When it happens right in your 50 yards away from you, it's pretty amazing stuff.
And good thing we had such a great storm chaser. Way to go, Tim.
Have to be in the wrong place at the right time. That's more like it. Anyway.
The Keene family has been in the car business for over 50 years. Keene Motors is Rochester's newest new car dealership with a full line of Suzuki automobiles. Keene Suzuki is your full-service dealer with service, parts, leasing, sales, and rentals, plus a wide selection of new and used Suzukis, including the new 2004s. And every new Suzuki vehicle comes with a 100,000-mile, 7-year powertrain limited warranty. Make the smart move with Keene Suzuki in Rochester.
6:56, and we have some light showers moving through the area on our Midwest Wireless storm view. You see the rain's pretty much confined across southeastern Mower County from Leroy down into Mitchell County, Iowa, moving off to the east. A little showers popping up to the north of Spring Valley. Temperatures out, though, this morning, not too bad in the 50s, 57 in Dodge Center, but generally in the 60s, 62 Rochester and 61 in Austin if you're headed out the door. On our way to highs in the upper 70s to near 80, 79 Rochester and Austin, 80 from Albert Lee down to Mason City with decreasing clouds, and that west-northwest wind will bring in some drier air. Still talking about some rain in the forecast in your next 6 days. That comes up in 60 seconds. Lou?
Thank you very much, Tim. Minnesota Governor Tim Pawlenty considers the idea of holding a special legislative session to address a more permanent gay marriage ban for Minnesota. After speaking at the state GOP convention in St. Paul, Pawlenty told reporters the gay marriage ban is an issue that is important to the country and to the state. Just more than a week ago, Pawlenty had said he would support crafting a special session in a way that would place the gay marriage issue far down on the agenda. However, Senate DFL Majority Leader Dean Johnson stopped short of accepting the offer. Pawlenty says that proposal is no longer on the table.
First Lady Laura Bush plans on visiting Minnesota later this week. She'll be swinging through the state as part of a 3-stop tour Thursday and Friday that will also include visits to Pennsylvania and Ohio. Mrs. Bush is expected to talk about the economy, education, and safety. She'll be speaking Friday at noon in St. Paul.
And hopefully with the First Lady visiting, she has nice weather to come to Minnesota for.
Hey, if she's bringing good weather, I'll vote for her. Anyway, we've got a pretty good week. That's the good news. Best chance of rain looks to be tomorrow afternoon or evening. Highs over the next 6 days from the lower to middle to some upper 70s. Slight chance of rain as we go into the weekend. Not 100% sold on that, but we put it in anyway just to give you a heads up. So Mother Nature looks like she's going to be wiping her hands clean of us for the next 6 days.
Good. She had to put that severe stuff in before she wiped it clean.
Yeah, it's been a while, so it's nice to get a break.
Yes, it is. That'll do it for this Monday.
And we'll see you back here on Tuesday morning. Everyone have a great day.